There's a big mistake that I've seen so many people make when they're trying to quit alcohol, and the results of this can be devastating. Many people try quitting and they end up failing because they make this mistake over and over again. They manage to get sober, but they haven't learned to focus on the right things, so they drink again. I used to make this mistake and it kept me drinking for way too long. I would sober up, focus on the wrong thing, and start drinking again. This happened again and again, and life got worse and worse. But it doesn't have to be this way. You can get sober and stay sober if you learn the right way to do so. Hey, I'm Terry from TalkSober.com, where we help develop a new perspective towards life and alcohol so you can stay sober for good. So what is the big mistake that people make when trying to get sober? Well, what happens when people try to get sober from alcohol? They try to get sober with willpower, or they try AA meetings, therapy, medications, online courses. There's many methods of finding sobriety. But if you look at the actual success rates of people trying to get sober with some sort of program, the numbers are dismal. Why? People get into a recovery program, they start to work on themselves. They sit in these meetings or therapy sessions and talk about all the bad things that happened in the past. For most of us, bad things did happen in our past. We may have caused these things to happen, or bad things may have just happened to us through no fault of our own. But we do manage to get sober. We get into a program and everyone's talking about all the bad things that happened when they were drinking. And that kind of leads us to start to think about all those bad things that happened in our lives. It's frustrating. You might think, that happened a long time ago. I thought I was over it. I'm sober now. Why do I have to think about this stuff again? And then you get these feelings, those same feelings that maybe you were trying to escape from by drinking alcohol. This is where many people trying to stay sober fail. They focus on the past too much. Now, don't get me wrong. It's important to look at the past. It can be a valuable learning tool. You do need to understand where your past actions and experiences may have contributed to your alcohol use. But this is only part of the solution. There's something else you need to do regardless of whether you're following a sobriety program or not. And our program at TalkSober.com can help you learn these specific tools to help you focus on the right things in your sober journey. First, you need to understand that alcohol is a drug. It does nothing to help you. And if you drink enough of it for a long enough period of time, you will become chemically dependent on it. Next, you need to understand that even though your past has gotten you to where you are right now, your past does not define who you are. You've stopped drinking. That's huge. You're a good person with good intentions. You may have some bad feelings or thoughts, but that's all they are, is feelings and thoughts. They're chemical impulses in the brain. You don't have to act on them. They don't control you. You don't have to drink over them. And finally, you need to live in the present. Let go of the past and look forward to a wonderful future. This can be difficult. When I got sober, my looking forward was as simple as, hey, I'm going to stay sober today. And, maybe go for a walk. But I kept that positive look and that forward attitude. I searched for what I was passionate about, what I like to do. For me, it was spending time with my family, walking my dog, riding my bike, going camping. You need to find things you enjoy doing, things that are going to make you excited. You could start working on those professional goals you always thought about but never acted on. After all, you're sober now. There's nothing that can stop you from getting what you want. To stay sober for the long term, you need to not just develop a life that you don't have to run from, but build a life you look forward to. Yes, there's going to be challenges in life, but they don't have to define you nor make you drink again. You can develop a new perspective towards life and alcohol. Check out TalkSober.com, where you can learn more about staying sober and living a life where alcohol is no longer an issue causing problems in your life. Subscribe to this channel. Check out some of our other videos where we can get into much more detail about staying sober from alcohol. And finally, at TalkSober.com, join our program of sobriety so you can develop that new perspective towards life and alcohol. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the inside.